Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally doing a highly requested video. A lot of the high school students who follow me here on YouTube have asked me to elaborate a little bit about the path to becoming a nurse practitioner, to becoming a nurse. So I want to make this video as broad as I can because a lot of the people who follow me are like all over in different parts of the country, and I have people that follow me that don't even live in the United States. They live outside of the country. So I just have to make this sort of general. Most nursing programs require similar things, almost the same things. So I'll start by saying, if you are a high school student and you want to become a nurse or you want to become a nurse practitioner, first of all, I applaud you guys just for knowing what you want to do, for watching my videos, and you haven't even gotten out of high school yet. Like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. You want to become a nurse. You want to become a nurse practitioner. Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure you guys have done your research and you know that you have to be a nurse before you can become a nurse practitioner. A nurse practitioner is an advanced practice nurse. Honestly, it helps to have some experience as a nurse before you become a nurse practitioner. I can't tell you guys how much I rely on the things I've learned over the years from my nursing career. I became an LPN first at 21 years old. I don't want to go into my story. Most of you that have followed me know my story. LPN, no, actually certified nursing assistant, licensed practical nurse, and then I got my associates and my bachelor's and my master's. So most of you all that follow me already know that I took the longer path. That was right for me because I was a teen mom. So I couldn't just go to college and step right into the BSN program, which the program itself is 4 years long, not counting the prerequisites. I couldn't do that because I needed money right away. I needed money to take care of my child. So I had to do baby steps so that I could work as an LPN and go to school. So I was making more money. Then I worked as a registered nurse. I was working, making more money, and going to school. Got my BSN and got a raise, and I was still going to school. So I did it that way for me. But if you're a high school student, no responsibility, and you can go straight through, you can just go ahead and get into the BSN program and kind of, get things done, get it done. So basically, you need to have a bachelor's degree before you can progress on to becoming a nurse practitioner. And most of you that have, I'm pretty sure you guys have researched this career. So there are different, specialties, different things you can specialize in. I am a family nurse practitioner, so I see patients throughout the spectrum of life. I see patients from birth. My youngest patient is about 3 days old. And I see patients all the way to the end of their lives. So my oldest patient is maybe around 81. And I love my patients. When I said that 81, his face popped up in my mind, and he's just adorable. So you have to be a nurse to become a nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioners are registered nurses, but they're just advanced practice, so they have master's degrees or doctorates in nursing, and they've done a nurse practitioner program. Family practice, there are acute care nurse practitioners, there are pediatric nurse practitioners, geriatric nurse practitioners, so women's health nurse practitioners. So, a wide variety of things you can specialize in. I chose family because I I personally, this is me, I didn't want to get bored, and I wanted to have a variety of patients. I might get bored only seeing pediatrics. I might get bored only seeing women's health patients. So that's the reason why I chose to become a family nurse practitioner, and I love it. It was a great choice because I get a variety of things. When you're starting out, you will need to do a lot of prerequisites. So my advice to you guys would be, you're in 10th, 11th, 12th grade, get really serious about your life now, because what you do in high school is going to affect what schools you get in. I mean, if you're a person that wants to go to an Ivy League school or you want to go to a community college, they're still going to look at your grades. So take this seriously. Get the best grades you can. If you can get all A's, great. Especially in the science courses. They really look at the science courses. And I'm going to tell you guys a story about that. I've never been good at science, and I've never been good at math. So for those of you that are nervous about the NP program or the nursing program because of the statistics and because of the chemistry and because of math requirements, if you really want to do it and it's something that you're passionate about and you feel like it's your life's calling, then you will get over that hump. Because I did. I was really bad at math, and I got an A in pharmacology because I worked hard, because I decided that I would eat, sleep, and breathe pharmacology until I got it. And I was at the top of my class when it came to that. So I might have had to work harder than everybody else, but who cares as long as I get it done, as long as I make the grade. And the story I want to tell you guys about why your grades matter now and why your prereqs, the grades you make for your prereqs, like anatomy and physiology, anatomy 1, anatomy 2, those grades will matter and they will come back to haunt you. And this is why I say that. When I applied for the NP program, remember that I did not graduate from high school. I dropped out in 9th grade and I got my GED. So I missed out on a lot. I had to teach myself a lot. And I ended up getting a C in microbiology. That was a long time ago. And when I compare my grades from when I started, like with the LPN all the way to now, I had nothing. You can't even get out of the NP program with anything less than a B anyway. You have to have a B or higher. So in grad school. So of course, anyone that's a nurse practitioner has at least a 3.0. So anyway, I had a C in microbiology, which was years ago. And someone in the interview that I did, because I went to a bricks and mortar for my NP program, I actually went to class. It was not online. And I had to go to a face-to-face interview. And they asked me why I got a C in microbiology. And I couldn't believe that they went all the way back. I mean, in the BSN program, I had wonderful grades. In the ASN program, my grades were great. But they went back before that, like way back to prereqs. Microbiology was like one of my prereqs. And they said, why did you get a C in the science class? And I just told them, I said, that was at the very beginning of my trying to adjust to life as a college student. Being a person that dropped out of high school, I had to get it together. And I did get it together. If you take a look at my track record from the associates in nursing onward. But even going back then to the LPN and all of that, I didn't have bad grades. I made A's and B's, but I got a C in microbiology. I don't know why I struggled in that class. So anyway, that is the story for you guys. Work your butts off. In high school, work your butt off when you're doing your prereqs, because that is what they're going to judge you by. That is how they choose who is going to be accepted into the program that you'll be applying for. It's based on grades, and you need to do the best you can, because if someone steps up with a 4.0 and they've applied to the program, they are going to get in. And if you have a 2.9, I don't know. So this is important. What type of prereqs will they require? So I downloaded the prereqs for the University of Maryland, since I live in that area, and I don't live in the area by the University of Maryland, but anyway. Anatomy and Physiology 1, Anatomy and Physiology 2, Microbiology, Human Growth and Development would be another class that is a prerequisite. Statistics is required in the program that I researched. Chemistry, about 4 credit hours in chemistry, so a little bit of chemistry. There is English 1 and English 2, sociology, psychology. There's also a college algebra, calculus or pre-calculus that's required. And then there's a bunch of electives, nutrition, social sciences, just to name a few. So it looked like the program at the University of Maryland, I don't know if this was the BSN or ASN program. Yes, so this is actually the BSN program that's requiring all of these credits. And they were saying that if you already have a bachelor's degree in something else, that you would only need to do the chemistry, the anatomy and physiology 1, the anatomy and physiology 2, microbiology, and human growth and development. So if you have a bachelor's degree in something else, it's less classes. But if you're fresh out of high school and you're entering into the BSN program, then most likely the things that I just discussed, that I just talked about, are things that may be required. And just remember that it's up to you to do the research and find out what's required for the schools that you're going to. When I was applying to different schools, I knew what they were requiring front to back. I didn't even need the paper. I just knew them because I had read it, and I've really sat down and looked at the requirements. So I knew what I needed to do. And that is something that you really have to be responsible for. Research this career. Research what the requirements for the program that you're interested in are. And you'll have a head start because you're still in high school. So you still have a chance to bring your grades up if need be. You still have a chance to just prepare. Another thing you could do while you're in high school is take a certified nursing assistant. You could do that program. I had seen in the past a lot of high school students who are interested in the medical field or the nursing field. They would go ahead and work like weekends as certified nursing assistants. If you don't want to do that, you could volunteer at a hospital on the weekends, maybe to help out with the activities department, go around reading to patients or providing companionship. You could do that at a nursing home as well, or an assisted living home. You can find out about volunteering. Just get your feet wet. This will look amazing. This will look great when you are applying to a nursing program and they're asking if you have any type of experience at all. You could always put this as something that you've done to give back to the community and to get yourself into the healthcare field in any way you can. So it's a great idea just to see in real life what nurses do. So as a licensed practical nurse and even as a registered nurse, I would watch the doctors and I would watch the nurse practitioners, what they did. I would ask why they did certain things. I would look at the orders that they wrote. After I assessed the patient and felt like something was wrong with the patient and I needed to call in a nurse practitioner or a physician to see the patient, I stood around and watched their assessment and watched how they spoke and interacted with the patient. And I tried to get, what they were doing. So I was always interested. So I feel like it would be a great help if you get your feet wet and get into the field in any way you can. And as I mentioned before, even if that means volunteering your time 1 day a month or 2 days a month to like an activities department or something to help to read to patients or something like that. So that would be good. The takeaway message for you today is to get really serious about this. Your grades, your grades, your grades. I can't express any more than how much I've expressed in this video, how important it is to have your grades just on point. They need to be. And again, that's, a bulk of what the schools, the people that accept the students into the program, that's what they look at. Because how much do they have to go by? They really don't know you. They're just reading what you've done, the prereqs you've taken, how well you've done in your science classes. And they're looking at the whole picture, but a lot of it, the grades are weighing heavily. So as a high school student, you need to have great grades. And when you get into college, whatever college you choose, your prereqs need to be on point. And don't get really hung up about going to these schools that charge $100,000 for a 4-year program. If you can't afford that, then don't build up a lot of debt for yourself. I went to a community college, and that's where I received my licensed practical nursing certificate. And I did prereqs for my associate's degree at a community college. And then when it was time for me to transition to a university, because I was going for a bachelor's and a master's, then I did that. And I was always interested in how much the program would cost, because I have to pay that money back. And you guys will have to pay that money back unless your parents have put away a really nice college fund for you. So don't get too hung up about the school. Make sure it's accredited, make sure it has a nice reputation, and make sure that it doesn't cost too much for you, for your budget. Some people don't have a budget, so it just depends on your life. And just know that if this is your calling to be a nurse practitioner, if it's your calling to be a nurse, then go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back, because listening to some of the people that talk about how hard it is, and nothing worth having is going to come easily. You're going to have to put in the work, and that's for anything in life. So just be prepared to work, because you are going to have to work. It's not easy, but you shouldn't expect it to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So if this is for you, then just go for it. Prepare to go for it, and forget about asking whether it's hard and difficult. That doesn't matter, because if this is something that you're supposed to do, no matter how hard it is, you're going to accomplish this goal. So just get started. Just get prepared to do that, and just say, hey, I know it's going to be hard, but whatever it takes, I'm willing to do it. That just puts you in a whole different frame of mind. And I also want to say, become a nurse, become nurse practitioner because you want to help people. Do it for the right reasons. Yes, you can make a lot of money as a nurse. You can make a lot of money as a nurse practitioner, but that should only be a little part of it. The main part should be that you want to make people's lives better and you want to help people on the road to wellness. And you desire to be of service to these patients at some of the worst times in their lives. So being a nurse is not always easy. It can be very stressful, but it can be very rewarding too because you're helping people. And when you have patients that come to you with tears in their eyes and they're telling you how much or how grateful they are because you were there for them and because they can see that you really care. Nothing can get better than that. So you'll have your bad days as a nurse. You'll have great days as a nurse. You'll have days that you wonder why you chose this career, but you'll have days that you thank God that you chose this career. So it's a great career and so much opportunity. There's so much opportunity. You'll never get bored because you can go in so many different directions as a nurse. As a nurse practitioner, you can open your own clinic. For God's sake, you can open your own clinic. That's amazing. And if you're tired of bedside nursing and you want to do case management, you can do that. You can do home care. You can do acute care. You can work in NICU. You can work in an ICU. There's so many things you can do. You can travel the world as a travel nurse. The possibilities are endless. So if this is your calling and this is what you were meant to do, get excited about it because it's an awesome career and you're gonna love it. I'll see you guys in the next one.